Alright, here's the video review for the Shadowfisher X2 Toys collaboration upgrade set for MP-10. And I'm going to do this one a little different than I usually do in the fact that I've only installed half of this upgrade kit. Basically, it comes with, you get a couple things. You get a new axe, which is a nice energy axe if you want for your prime. It comes with a new head. This is the original head. The new head has a light up feature on it, and we'll show that off here shortly. And then you get arm pieces for the two arms. You get the front shoulder piece, new smokestacks, and entirely new forearms. It uses the stock, the hand and inner forearm piece is the stock piece, and the back of the shoulder is the stock piece. But then you get the two shoulders. This one comes, you can see it's missing the Autobot symbol, but you do also get the Relief Autobot symbol that you can attach inside there to match the original. So these are the actual upgrade kit pieces. You can see the and how it works is the arm, instead of being a long forearm, it has a little fold down piece off to the side that you flip out to form this section right here. So like I said, I installed one arm so you can see the difference on this one versus just saying like, here it is all attached, here it is all unattached, and having to pick out the differences yourself. You'll actually see the difference here. He also comes with a little replacement matrix, in and of itself invaluable because I like, like both MP Ultra Magnus and MP Hot Rod can hold a matrix. So now you've got an extra matrix if you don't want to use the light up feature in Prime itself, or vice versa if you want to put this inside Prime and then use the die-cast one in one of the other figures, you've got it. But there's a little switch back here. It uses a CR927 battery, and it just slots in there when you unscrew it, but you can see it lights up. There's just a little switch. And the switch is actually pretty cleverly concealed in the crystal itself. The crystal already has some texture to it, so it's not immediately obvious that there's a switch back there due to the shape of the crystal, which is neat. So yeah, turn it all the way off, turn it on, and it glows. So yeah, you can see here's the stock side of Optimus Prime with that, the original Autobot symbol, the original smokestacks that, push up and down, and that's the same. On this side, here is the upgrade kit. And you can see while there is a seam right here where that folding piece folds up, it doesn't look drastically different from this side. In vehicle mode, it looks fine. Not a whole lot different aside from the fact there is a small seam there. And you can see the smokestack is differently shaped. It's got some black detailing in there, vertical detailing versus the horizontal detailing over here. And it does not collapse at all. It's just one solid piece. So that's what the upgrade side looks like. There's what the stock side looks like. So now I'm going to go ahead and transform him into robot mode off camera just because we've seen this several times, and then we'll come back and we'll show off all the light up features and the difference in the arms in robot mode. And here's the final product with the new head installed, and you can see the new arm here over, I guess it's his right arm, but on the left side of your screen. And you can see how it sits. It's not quite as, it doesn't have quite the elongated forearm here. And again, a lot of times you could mitigate that by having his arm tilted forward a little bit, and it didn't look that bad. But if you have your arm straight, you can see, also there's a nice ratchet joint there at the elbow. You can see how those arms sit with the new smokestack and everything there. The drawback to this is it does have the panel flap on the side, and maybe you're not a big fan of that. He still has the little flip out communicator device in there as well. But so yeah, he's got the panel hanging off the side versus the smooth flush arm here on the I guess the right side of your screen. But the arm itself looks a lot more proportional. Now also when you do this, that there it is fully extended. You can see it's just as long as this one. You can kind of do it. If you get this up right here, you can make that arm as short as the other one, but then it doesn't look like he has any bicep swivel. With this arm, you don't want to push it all the way up. You want to put it on that middle click. He still has the functional bicep swivel, and then the shorter forearm. And aesthetically, it looks a little nicer from a proportion standpoint. Whether that's worth upgrading, that's up to you. Because like I said, the drawback is it does have this panel on the side that flips up like that to form the truck mode and fit in there properly. But all in all, it's basically one trade-off for another. The new smokestacks, I think, look really nice. They're a shinier chrome, and then the black detailing really makes them pop there on the shoulders. And as I mentioned, on top of the light-up matrix, there's a little switch here on the back of his head that causes his eyes to light up. And when you see the LED when you're putting the battery in, it looks a little bright, but it actually glows really nicely once it's in the head. So yeah. Now obviously with an LED, the battery lasts for a while, but you can't leave it on all the time, and that's the drawback, because if you don't have the eyes on, they are kind of black and dead and empty looking. So it's a very attractive glow when you have the LED on, but you either have to leave the LED on all the time and just keep replacing batteries, which can add up, or have him have just solid black, lifeless eyes. But if you just want to take some pictures, it's a really nice effect. I mean, like we said, the glowing eyes are really nice looking on this guy. Also, like I said, he comes with a new axe, and it's the same as the old axe. It just fits right over his hand. Does not light up or glow or anything. So yeah, it's a nice upgrade kit. Like I said, it's very solidly made. The light up matrix, the light up head are both really nice features. You've got to factor in the the cost of batteries and how much am I going to use the light up feature. For the matrix, I think it's cool because the matrix, like if it's off, it still looks pretty cool, and then you turn on the light and it glows, and you can have that for a brief effect. With the head, like I said, it's a trade-off because it is a really nice, even glow. It makes his head look, it makes him pop on the shelf. It gives him a very nice physical presence of the glowing eyes, but unless you're willing to just run the battery down constantly and keep swapping it out, when you turn it off, it's kind of a lifeless Prime. It's still obviously Prime, but his eyes kind of go dark versus the blue eyes on the Hasbro version, or if you painted the Takara one. So it's up to you on whether that's worth it. I do like the better proportioned arms. I love the new smokestacks. I'm still not sure how I feel about that flap, though. Is it worth having both shortened arms for the flaps? And that I'm not sure. What I'll probably end up doing is putting the light up matrix in him, swapping out the both arms, putting the original head back on, just because then he's always got those constantly blue eyes versus the partially light up ones. But yeah, all in all, very well made. I'm more impressed with it than I thought it was going to be. I expected it to be a mediocre change, and it really does give him a slightly, especially with the eyes turned on, a much cooler dynamic on the shelf.